Hey guys, I'm gonna be talking about this temu mod really quick. This is my first day with it, so it's not gonna be super extensive. Also, I don't even record. I don't even like write down notes or anything about this shit. If you want like a better review, Magi has one from earlier this year. This sort of mod is kind of blown up for a certain amount of people, for certain specific people that share this shit. You know, you can get that pretty cheap on Temu. I kind of don't like that it's so you can only get it on Temu. So one of the aspects of cons is not even part of the mod. So I prefer AliExpress a lot more for me because it's been around longer. I don't really like I know the policies. I have an account already. Never used Temu. To me, it was always like, oh, trendy gambling shit. Super popular. I don't know why it's got so popular. Like, why was my mom telling me about Temu? Why are people telling me about Temu when like you could always buy cheap shit from China? Like buying cheap shit from China has always existed, but like, oh, a new platform and it changed the game. Like, no, not really. To me, it was I don't know. I always prefer like for my spaces, which was pens and IEMs, is what I would buy like AliExpress shit for. Like AliExpress has the catalog, has a lot more catalog compared to Temu. So like this was my first kind of excuse to get to get a Temu account and buy something from there, which is pretty cool. I just noticed my in my white stick there's actually like a rip on the outer grip here or something. On the outer grip here, see, there's a little gap here to there. There's actually a rip. Is that a rip? Wait, or is that a crack? Yeah, because there's no grip here. Is it? Is this a grip? I forgot. I'm pretty is it a grip that holds it? It might be a crack. Is a grip around the tip that's in the barrel, right? I actually don't remember. It's been so long. Anyhow, there is a crack or something. Hopefully it doesn't fuck up. It's not like it's. I mean, it's OPD body. Anyhow, back on topic. So I got four of them. Two of them are for mummy, and then I could have used the pen. I mean the grips here, but maybe I wanted to use black for the Apogeum M8 because I think the normal one is use black grips. I'm gonna double check that right now actually. Uh, Apogeum M8. Let me check. I remember it being black. Oh, okay, yeah, black in the tutorial. But he uses the. Yeah, okay. Black, is that black Giotto? Is there black Giotto? Oh, I guess Eno Giotto, right? Oh, I don't know if I have. Whatever, we'll figure it out. So I just wanted options, and also there is a $25 or $20 limit or minimum for orders, which is I guess annoying, but maybe that's just how they get it for cheap and shit. So it was like whatever. I got the money, so that's why I bought another one, the gray one here. As you can see visually, the gray one's actually different. I think they're all around the same length, but the gray one, the tip, as you can see, that you can see more of the tip on the gray one. You can visually see more of the tip. So that's part of it. From my list, I think there's multiple listings, but like this was actually like all the options on my listing. Temu, maybe there are more options if you're in a different country, for example. But for me, those were the only options. I don't know if there's multiple listings too. I think I only saw one. Anyhow, these all honestly feel different in the hand because minute differences you can kind of feel. So I do have a lot of factory mods, and honestly, this might be like a contender for something that I'd like use a lot. This is 28.5 grams. This should be 20. This is 26.0. This gray one is 32, and this one is also 26.0. So the white ones are pretty consistent. The black one is heavier than the white ones for the ones I got. This could be factory error, or it could just be some other fucking reason, because I don't see any difference visually between the black one and the clear slash white one. I will say maybe the pineapple grips on the black one look bigger. From my naked eye, it looks thicker, honestly, the black one. So that could accumulate to that 2-gram difference, 2.5-gram difference. Whatever. Good thing that I bought the black one, I guess, to check it out. As you can see, this gray one is different because these grips are not the pineapple grips. The shape, has a little swoosh here, like I don't know. So it kind of like flares out here, which in my opinion looks pretty ugly. The seam goes all the way to these grips, so you know that this grip is the same grip as this grip. They're all connected, so it's silicone through the all body, and it's the heaviest. It's 32 grams. So, as with a normal one, the pineapple grip is obviously removable. I assume. I haven't tried, but there's no seam on here, so you can remove it, and you can kind of see, you can see it, the difference. There is slight difference on this inner part, because like the dotted part is closest towards this grip, like there's dots here, but on the clear one, the dots are the second from the inside. Yeah, that's really it. Yeah, so obviously, while I do have a lot of factory mods, I'm not going to recommend factory mods. I have a lot more normal mods, and I spin a lot more normal mods, but I do think there's always a case for a factory mod for some people, not everybody. You don't always need one. It's not like a must get. Oh yeah, everyone must have one. No, but it's nice to have something that I can kind of use as like a beater for me. That's why I use factory mods, and it's also nice to have something to objectively try, because with normal mods, you get this inconsistencies between maybe you misunderstand the tutorial, maybe one of the parts are off, maybe you did something a little bit wrong, maybe you subbed out some stuff. So when speaking about, like, if I ever wanted to do a tier list on mods, that'd be so complicated, because every mod might be made slightly different, and I might forget them. Like for Energel STV3, I mean Isaac Mbus V3, the connectors, I use the Giotto back plugs instead of the Energel inside, whatever. There's always going to be inconsistencies when people talk about the specific mod. And so one thing that I like about factory mods is that when I talk about this factory mod, I can be very specific, and like it's going to be the same for everybody. So that's one thing I liked about reviewing this sort of thing, because it's like an objective product. But obviously, it's not necessarily what I love. I don't like spinning them. Like, I feel like they're not as good as regular mods nowadays. But besides that, it's also part of the culture to have one thing that's unique about pen spinning. Not to like go off too far of a tangent here, is that you can kind of, it's cool that you don't need to rely on like manufacturers to make the thing that you use. I guess you are relying on like pen makers, I guess, to get all the parts for all this stuff, but you're not relying, like from other hobbies, you have to rely on this manufacturer to make it for you. Like for keyboards, I have to rely on these keyboard makers to factory and get it all to me to do it. You know, I can't just go and normal guy cannot go and grab the parts, everything, and kind of push it all together and yada yada yada. I guess. I mean, there are standard like the like default shits, but like for the case especially. I mean, for unique, like, I guess that was a bad example because like there are a lot of like normal standard size stuff, and you can kind of pick and choose. Like you can pick and choose from standard layouts. Like you can get like a what usual normal 60% is pretty standardized layout. But that's the point. So like keyboards was a bad example, but for something like ballad songs, you gotta get a maker of a ballad song. You cannot just put together shit yourself. Somebody has to make it for you. So it's kind of cool that you can kind of customize and make your own. So yeah. So you cannot customize and make your own keyboard. You have to get something that's already made, I guess. In a sense, like you can't make your own Switch, I guess. I have a bad example. Keyboards are a bad example because like it is customizable. Something like an IEMs, I guess, like products. You cannot get you need a manufacturer to build it. I guess that's a bad example too because there are customs, I guess, and there are people there are like a community that like tunes them and does drivers and shit. And like I guess EQing and shit, but like you're not gonna there are OEM shits. I mean there are whatever. Besides the point. I like how free it is and it's cool. I'm just throwing out bad examples, but I guess yeah, you can think of it compared to other skill toys, ballad songs, or yeah, you need to rely on these big company, well not big companies, but companies to like make this shit for you. And I like how you don't need that here in Pennsylvania. That's cool. Next topic, please. Okay, it's cool. Spin wise, they are all right. Yeah, they're all right. I think it's honestly pretty good. I really like the feel of it. They feel thick. Because of the silicone grip. It's obviously there are mods similar to it. It's not like it's super unique. The unique part is the silicone, but like it's not like this barrel is unique, as you can see. Same text here as what's on the white and the black ones. The gray one has an H2 and a play symbol. I mean HP and then play. I don't know why. But as you can see, the blue mod that was K in a K video where he was like, "Oh, the blue one is so grippy and better than the other colors." It's not really, but as you can see, same barrel is just this one. It has silicone on it. Same as with this mod, which is like this sort of like I compared it to NSM balls because it's but a little bit longer because I think it weighs 22 grams. This one, and like the grip style. Anyhow, same barrel, like same length too. I guess it's different tips. I assume these tips are going to be the same as these mod tips. Maybe. I don't know. Whatever. One thing I like about having a factory mod, or these factory mods, is that there's no cap. And this grip isn't going to go anywhere because this is like dead point. You cannot like push this down the barrel. This is not going anymore. So I can kind of like throw it around. It does come with this for all of them. It is covered though, so it doesn't look the best with this like custom shit. Yeah, FCC compliance shit for UK and Canada. Like cool. So it is a bit it's ugly, but you can obviously take off the stickers, whatever. Spin wise is cool. It's honestly pretty well. This is honestly pretty S tier in terms of mod, in terms of factory mod. If you are familiar with my tier list, because it kind of hits the marks for me, with also some bonus shit because it spins pretty good on first impressions. Like I really like the spin of one of them. I like one of the white ones. They spin differently, slightly differently. I don't know why. There's not much difference. It just be weight. It could just be like factory tolerances shit QC that they spin of slightly different. That I prefer one more over the other. The other one's not as great in my opinion for my spinning. I do like it. Like it's not like the grip can go further, so it's not like one of the grips are, but maybe one of them's like more compressed inward or something. Yeah, we'll see. But like they're not that far apart from each other, I guess. Maybe the gray one you don't get. I don't know. It is what it is. Anyhow, compared to the other ones, because like these ones will have caps, and I kind of worry about them. And also, this one's really cheap compared to the other ones. Or compared to other stuff that I like. I like how I can like beat this up, and I have others, and I can buy one for like $3 maybe. I forgot how much I paid for them. I think it was $6 for two. Whatever, they're really cheap. So that's nice. It's 3 a.m. I'm talking about fucking. Anyhow, it's there is something that it's not perfect. So obviously, like I said, they're like I don't like spinning these type of mods normally. Like I think the Magi something about being like, oh, one of the drawbacks is like not having a center connector. Whatever. I get you got go with the theory. Oh, like it's weird. I think it's cool. I like how that it looks in my hands. I like the thickness of it. I could say that I liked the WPSA Zigao more because it's more my style, more how I like to spin, and this is on the heavier side, I guess. So it might not be the most comfortable for me. It's a bit on the denser end, um, but it's cool. I like it. I can beat it up. There's no caps that I can like break off because like or like screwable parts, which is nice. I don't have to worry about like it being. I don't have to worry about it being bad. I do think maybe it is a little bit not durable because of it being all silicone and it having cut. You can like accidentally cut it, I guess. I mean, you can do it with all the other stuff, like all your other grips. You can accidentally cut, but it entire thing is kind of susceptible. So it's not like something I can throw in my bag. Like I might expect, like, oh shit, my fucking USB cable accidentally cut it because I don't know, jammed in there or some shit, and there's like fucking marks on it or something. That's one thing I'm worried about. I don't like this little sort of seam that's on it. On the barrel, there's two seams. One of them is a bit bigger than the others. It's kind of annoying to look at and feel if I'm holding it, but obviously when you're spinning it, doesn't matter. And I think Magi said something about you can like flip it inside out and shit, whatever. It's cool that I can, the parts are usable, like the silicone body parts can be used for grips. That's what Mummy does on the bum stick, which is really cool. I wouldn't have thought of doing that. Less, oh yeah, it makes sense for this. That's cool. Yeah. Blah 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 blah. Ow. Anyhow, the mod is scary approved. It's cheap. You can get it. I like how the parts are pretty useful. Like, that's why it's S tier, and I think it's like comparable to Zagao ZW1001. I liked. I don't really have much more to say. I'm getting tired. It's 3 a.m. And that is it with the video. I have nothing I think I want to cover, I think, because it spins a lot better than the other factory mods. I think you should just get it if you want another mod to add to your collection, and also consider making Bumpstick V3 and Apoggium because they are popular. I've never made them yet, so I'm not gonna recommend, like, I'm not gonna Gary approve them and say, oh yeah, you should just make them. But they're popular, so maybe you can consider it. You can get the Temu mod because they're really cheap, and you probably have a Temu account. And yeah, and the parts look pretty good to use. Like it's an AirFit style tip. They are nice grips. The silicone body is cool. Yeah. And it spins fine. I don't know how the grippy feeling will change over time because it is a grippy barrel. Well, I mean, other barrels change over time, I guess, but like, there are stuff that, you know, change faster than others. Like grippy barrels tend to change and wear in. So I don't know how it's going to change compared to like Factus or like Stalogy or Tool. I don't know if it's gonna grow and, you know, develop into a better barrel with it being spun more. We're gonna see how that goes. I don't think it matters anyways because I'm going to, you know, cut it up and use it for that mod. But we'll, you know, that does affect it, so that's something I gotta point out. This is an initial video, so I've only had it for like a few hours, so it's not, you know, we're gonna see how it is. That's it. So the only thing to be concerned about is how it's gonna feel in the future. But right now I like it. Bye bye. I'm gonna go and do my assignments. See you guys next time.